If you're suffering from money trauma, I would love for you to listen to this video. Money trauma is basically our trauma, our inner child wounding that is actually manifesting on our financial abundance or lack of, for that matter. So if you are experiencing on following your heart's mission, especially heart projects are going to actually reveal all the blockages in our reality, because we need to grow through this process, not avoid it. Whereas anything else that we would, usually make money from is something that, we will not be challenged with our traumas as much, because we're not called into the heart space. And when we're called into the heart space, whether it is our mission or whether it is a soulmate or twin flame, we are called to see our shadows, and we're no longer able to actually hide or resist them or suppress them. So money trauma and how we can actually shift this whole situation around is to first see how easy it is for us to say no. That's one thing we would want to look at. Usually we are suffering from people pleasing as well. So how easy is it to talk about money, to ask for money, to ask for help, right? Is it easy? And if it's not easy, what is the worst case scenario? So look at this. So my method is based on actually doing healing on steroids. What do we need to heal? We need two things, actually. We need somebody triggering our wound and holding the space of presence to actually go and love that part of us, show us or remind us how to do it. And this is what I do in my mini courses. So I actually, for every block that we have in our life or every obstacle, I create the worst case scenarios by being present with love and guiding you step by step how to become that presence, that guru, that guide, that healer, that, therapist that you're wanting from the outside. Step by step. So if you're interested, please comment below that you would want the course on money trauma. I'll be more than happy to create this course for you. I have other ones if you're interested to look for how, I have a free course, I think. I'm not too sure. I have to check it. But anyway, so more money trauma, we would want to do what? Recreate the worst case scenarios. Maybe we would, we have a memory when we would ask for help or ask for present from our parents or ask for money from our parents or caregivers, and they would shame us. Whew. I have suffered from that myself, and in order to heal this, because you see, if we were shamed about asking, if we cannot speak out what it is we're wanting, how can we actually manifest and create and attract it and actually allow it to come in? Basically, we cannot. So whatever we can speak into creation needs to have healed. We need to have healed through the blockages of whatever it is we are resisting to feel. And we're resisting to feel all the negative emotions and all the negative feelings and those negative self-images or the self-talk, the how we view self, the low self-worth. We think that if we go to the worst case scenario, the nightmare, that it will be real. But in reality, whatever we suppress and we don't want to feel projects itself on the outer world and materializes and is realized. So we want to be able to align conscious and subconscious. So the subconscious understands through feelings on the sensational level, on the body level and emotional level, right? So, and that's how the subconscious works. So when we get triggered, we do start feeling sensations on our body, and we want to feel and again feel through them, so that what is the healing? I am able to distinguish the sensations from my body, the feelings and the thoughts, that they could also be separate, because in trauma they tend to be one thing, that they're all like it's like a mold, like we cannot distinguish one from the other. So and then if we cannot separate something, it cannot be dancing. Polarities, if they don't so oneness, right, needs to first understand duality. And once oneness understands duality, then when dualities don't cancel each other out, which means, for the example of money trauma, okay, so what would be duality? Duality would be to see ourselves running after abundance and resisting lack. So this is, once we're chasing abundance and we're resisting lack, that's trauma. That actually binds everything together. There's no separation. There's no oneness real. It's just like a mucky, thing that's kind of doesn't have any shape or form. Let's think about it this way, trauma, right? So it's an enmeshed energy of some sort. Now, the moment we want to heal it, we need to make it two, which means we would need to see ourselves chasing abundance and therefore chasing it away, pushing it away, and resisting lack, which means not wanting to meet ourselves where we are fearful of money. That's why we reactively engage in these kind of actions. And what we would want to do to reverse this game around would be to call in lack, which is chasing us, and let go of abundance, and feel through the letting go of abundance, feel through the embracing and the acceptance of lack, which is very triggering. So to feel lack and through our bodies triggering, to allow to feel the loss of abundance is very triggering. And that's the most important way to heal through money trauma. So now that we have created the two, now, after having felt through it again and again through the triggers, we actually become duality in oneness, which means now, as long as I'm welcoming in lack, you see, because money or abundance or, so money has two faces. It has its absence and its presence. So the presence of money would be abundance, to have money. Its absence would be to, lose money. Okay. So the absence of money, it comes to us as, sensations and emotions and thoughts as money coming in and leaving. And so that would be, running after money. And then there's the other negative part in money when we actually maybe have to make money in a very negative way. Maybe we have to work somewhere we don't like. So there's another negative connotation that money is here, but what do I have to do for it? So our relationship to money is very much a codependent one, right? So now, once we start accepting the sensations of having to force ourselves, for example, to have money, that's the presence of negative. Once we accept the loss of money, coming in a loving way, that's accepting the absence of money, the absence of the positive, which is the way to heal through duality. And then once we love, the negative shadow part of money, which would be a shadow part of any human, right? And we let go and we feel through the loss of it, the absence of this money. This is how we would heal a relationship to somebody else that we're wanting to be able to connect with and really, love unconditionally ourselves, others, right? So the more we embrace the shadow aspects of money and the more we let go of the presence of it, what happens is the way I treat the negative, the way I call it in, then the positive that I have pushed away by chasing starts to come and find me. So this is how we become one through duality. I could talk about this more in another video, but for the moment, I would just want to share this. If you are interested in more about how this universe's language functions and works and how we can become, to actually integrate the language of this universe and become connected to all by growing through duality and feeling through duality, please let me know. And see you on the next video. Bye.